Hyundai builds some of the most reliable cars on the road today. The engineering is solid, the warranties are generous, and the ownership experience, when done right, can stretch well over 200,000 miles without major drama. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of Hyundai owners are quietly doing things every single week that chip away at that reliability. Small habits, overlooked maintenance, wrong assumptions, they don't cause problems overnight. But over months and years, they add up to expensive repairs that could have been completely avoided. Today we're going through the most common mistakes Hyundai owners make that actually damage their cars, and more importantly, what you should be doing instead. If even one of these sounds familiar, this video just saved you money. Mistake 1. Ignoring the engine oil consumption issue on certain models. This is the big one, and it catches Hyundai owners off guard more than almost anything else. Certain Hyundai engines, particularly the Theta 2 2.0 and 2.4-liter four-cylinder engines found in models like the Sonata, Santa Fe, and Tucson from specific model years, are known to consume oil between scheduled oil changes, not because something is broken, but because of how those engines were designed and manufactured during that production period. The mistake owners make is waiting for the oil change reminder light to come on before they check their oil level. If your engine is consuming oil and you're going 5, 6, or 7,000 miles between checks, you could be running on critically low oil without any warning light ever appearing. Because many Hyundai models don't have a low oil level sensor, only a low oil pressure sensor, which only triggers when things have already gotten dangerously bad. The fix is straightforward. Check your oil level every 1,000 miles, or at least once a month. Pull the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it, pull it again, and look at where the oil sits relative to the minimum and maximum marks. If you're consistently losing more than a quart every 1,000 miles, document it and speak with your dealer. There have been extended warranty programs related to this issue, but catching it early is entirely your responsibility. Mistake 2. Using the wrong fuel grade and thinking it doesn't matter. Walk into any gas station and you'll see regular, mid-grade, and premium fuel sitting side by side. Most Hyundai owners with turbocharged engines, the 1.6-liter and 2.0-liter TGDI engines found across the Elantra, Tucson, Sonata Sport, and others, see the word "recommended" next to premium fuel in their owner's manual, and assume it's optional advice rather than engineering guidance. Here's what actually happens when you consistently feed a turbocharged Hyundai engine regular fuel over a long period of time. The engine's knock sensors detect the lower octane combustion and retard the ignition timing to prevent engine knock. This protects the engine in the short term, but it also reduces power output and fuel efficiency. More critically, running on retarded timing puts additional thermal stress on the turbocharger and the engine internals over time. You're not going to blow your engine on a single tank of regular fuel, but years of it? You're shortening the life of expensive components. Check your owner's manual right now. If it says recommended or required for premium, that distinction matters. Required means non-negotiable. Recommended means your engine will run better, last longer, and perform as designed when you use the right fuel. Mistake 3. Skipping the transmission fluid change, because it's lifetime fluid. This one lives in a gray area that dealerships and owners' manuals have muddied considerably. Many Hyundai models come with transmissions, both automatic and dual clutch, where the factory documentation describes the transmission fluid as lifetime fluid that never needs changing under normal conditions. A lot of owners hear that and never think about their transmission fluid again. The problem is that lifetime in engineering terms doesn't mean the life of your car. It typically means the expected service life of the transmission under ideal conditions, which rarely match real-world driving. Stop-and-go traffic, towing, driving in extreme heat, aggressive acceleration. All of these put extra strain on transmission fluid and degrade it faster than the engineers modeled for. When transmission fluid breaks down, it loses its ability to lubricate and cool the clutch packs and gears properly. In Hyundai's dual-clutch transmissions in particular, degraded fluid is a leading cause of the shuddering and hesitation issues that owners sometimes experience. Most independent mechanics and transmission specialists recommend changing your Hyundai's transmission fluid every 40 to 60,000 miles, regardless of what the manual says. It's a relatively inexpensive service that can prevent a transmission replacement costing several $1,000s. Mistake 4. Letting the dual-clutch transmission adapt to bad habits. Speaking of dual-clutch transmissions, Hyundai uses a 7-speed dry dual-clutch unit in several of their most popular models, and it behaves differently from a traditional automatic in ways that many owners never learn. The most damaging mistake you can make with a dual-clutch transmission is the way you handle low-speed situations, particularly in heavy traffic or when maneuvering in parking lots. Unlike a traditional automatic with a torquey converter that smoothly manages power delivery at low speeds, a dual-clutch transmission uses actual mechanical clutches that can wear out if they're slipped repeatedly at low speeds for extended periods. When you're inching forward in bumper-to-bumper traffic, holding the car on a hill with the accelerator instead of the brake, or repeatedly rocking forward and backward while parking, you're putting unnecessary wear on those clutches. The proper technique is to use your brake to hold the car stationary whenever possible, and only use the accelerator to move forward. Let the transmission do its job cleanly, rather than asking it to slip continuously. This single habit change can significantly extend the life of a dual-clutch unit that would otherwise need servicing or replacement far ahead of schedule. Mistake 5. Washing the car with the engine still hot. This one sounds like a small thing, but it causes real damage that you might not notice for months. After a long drive, your Hyundai's engine bay, exhaust components, and even the painted body panels are significantly hotter than ambient temperature. When cold water hits hot metal and hot paint, the rapid thermal contraction creates stress. Over time, this contributes to paint cracking, clear coat microfractures, and in the engine bay, it can warp or crack plastic components and connectors that are already heat-stressed from normal operation. The correct approach is simple. Let the car sit for at least 30 minutes after driving before you wash it. Touch the hood. If it's noticeably warm to the touch, wait a little longer. This is especially important if you're washing the car in direct sunlight on a hot day, because the panels are absorbing heat from two directions simultaneously. Beyond the engine and paint, spraying cold water directly onto hot brake rotors is a particularly bad idea. The thermal shock can warp the rotors, leading to the pulsing brake pedal feeling that tells you something has gone out of round. Let everything cool down first. It costs you nothing but a few minutes of patience. Mistake 6. Ignoring the coolant system until something goes wrong. Coolant, also called antifreeze, is one of the most overlooked fluids in any car, and Hyundai owners are no exception. Most people check their oil, top up their washer fluid, and maybe think about their brake fluid every now and then. The coolant? It just sits there doing its job invisibly until the temperature gauge climbs, and suddenly there's steam coming from under the hood. Hyundai uses a specific type of coolant, typically a pink or blue long-life coolant, and mixing it with the wrong type is a common and damaging mistake. When different coolant chemistries mix, they can react and form a gel-like substance that clogs the cooling passages and the radiator, causing overheating that can warp the cylinder head or crack the engine block. Always check what coolant your specific Hyundai model requires before you top it off, and never just grab the nearest green antifreeze because it looks familiar. Beyond the fluid type, the coolant system itself needs periodic flushing, typically every 5 years or 100,000 miles, to remove degraded fluid, rust particles, and scale buildup that accumulate over time. A cooling system flush is cheap. A head gasket replacement is not. Mistake 7. Ignoring tire rotation and then wondering why tires wear unevenly. Hyundai's front-wheel drive models, which account for a large portion of their lineup, put the majority of their workload on the front tires. The front tires steer, drive, and handle most of the braking force simultaneously. The rear tires, by comparison, mostly just roll. This imbalance means the front tires wear significantly faster than the rear ones, and if you never rotate them, you end up replacing the fronts every 30,000 miles, while the rears still look almost new. The mistake isn't just the uneven wear itself, it's the handling and safety consequences that come with it. A Hyundai with heavily worn front tires and nearly new rear tires handles unpredictably, especially in wet conditions. The front end loses grip before the rear does, which can catch drivers off guard during emergency maneuvers. Rotating your tires every 5,000 to 7,000 miles, roughly every other oil change, keeps wear even across all 4 tires, extends the life of your full set, and maintains the balanced handling that Hyundai's engineers designed the suspension to deliver. It's one of the cheapest maintenance services you can buy, and skipping it is one of the most expensive habits to keep. Mistake 8. Starting the car and immediately driving hard in cold weather. This one is particularly relevant for Hyundai owners with turbocharged engines, which, as we mentioned, covers a significant portion of the modern lineup. When you start a cold engine, the oil is thick, it hasn't fully circulated to all the components yet, and the metal parts haven't expanded to their operating tolerances. Driving aggressively in the first few minutes, accelerating hard, revving high, getting on the highway immediately puts all of those cold, oil-starved components under maximum stress. The turbocharger is especially vulnerable here because it spins at extraordinarily high speeds, sometimes over 100,000 revolutions per minute, and it relies entirely on oil pressure for lubrication and cooling. A cold start followed by immediate hard driving means the turbo is spinning fast before adequate oil pressure has built up. Over time, this causes premature bearing wear inside the turbocharger, which eventually leads to the turbo failing entirely. A repair that can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the model. The solution isn't a long warm-up idle, which wastes fuel and isn't particularly effective. It's simply driving gently for the first 2 to 3 minutes. Keep the RPMs low, avoid the highway ramp until the temperature gauge starts moving, and let the oil reach operating temperature naturally before you ask the engine for full performance. Mistake 9. Using cheap aftermarket parts to save money on repairs. When something needs replacing on your Hyundai, it's tempting to go with the cheapest aftermarket part available, especially for things like brake pads, filters, sensors, and spark plugs. The price difference can look significant in the moment. A set of OEM Hyundai spark plugs might cost $60, while a generic set costs $15. Why would you pay 4 times as much for what appears to be the same part? The answer is that they're frequently not the same part. Hyundai's engines are calibrated to work with specific components, specific heat ranges in spark plugs, specific filtration levels in oil filters, specific friction compounds in brake pads. When you substitute a generic part that doesn't meet those specifications, the engine management system may not be able to compensate fully, leading to rough running, reduced fuel efficiency, and faster wear on adjacent components. Cheap brake pads, in particular, often contain harder compounds that wear your rotors faster, turning a $60 savings into a $200 rotor replacement down the road. For wear items like plugs, filters, and brakes, staying with OEM or reputable branded aftermarket parts, names like Bosch, NGK, Denso, or Akabono, is one of the most cost-effective decisions you can make over the life of the car. Mistake 10. Neglecting the cabin air filter and thinking it only affects comfort. Most Hyundai owners have heard of the engine air filter. Fewer know that their car also has a cabin air filter, a separate filter that cleans the air coming into the passenger compartment through the climate control system, and almost none of them have ever replaced it. It sits behind the glove box on most Hyundai models, and it's the kind of thing that goes completely unnoticed until the day the airflow from your vents drops noticeably and a mechanic pulls out a filter that looks like it lost a fight with a dusty attic. Here's the part most people don't understand. A severely clogged cabin air filter doesn't just reduce air quality for passengers. It puts additional strain on the blower motor that pushes air through the climate system. When the motor has to work harder than it was designed to because it's trying to push air through a blocked filter, it runs hotter and wears out faster. Replacing that blower motor is a labor-intensive job that can cost several $100s on a Hyundai. Replacing the cabin air filter, something most owners can do themselves in 10 minutes with a $12 filter from any auto parts store, prevents that problem entirely. Check it once a year, or more often if you drive in dusty or high-pollution environments. It's the smallest maintenance item with one of the largest knock-on effects if you ignore it. The bottom line. Here's what all 10 of these mistakes have in common. None of them are dramatic. Nobody wakes up one morning and decides to neglect their transmission fluid or drive hard on a cold engine out of carelessness. These are habits that form quietly, often because nobody ever explained the reasoning behind the right approach. Now you know the reasoning. Hyundai builds cars that genuinely want to last, the engineering is there, the warranty backing is there. But a car is a partnership between the manufacturer and the owner's side of that deal is informed, consistent maintenance. Go through this list and be honest with yourself about which ones apply to your driving habits right now. Even fixing 2 or 3 of them will measurably extend the life of your car and keep money in your pocket where it belongs. If this video helped you, leave a comment telling me which mistake you were guilty of. No judgment, because most of us have been there. Subscribe for more videos that go deep on what actually keeps your car running the way it was built to. We'll see you in the next one.